Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I'm winding down. So excuse me, I done lay all the way back on the sofa, all of that. Like after this is over with, I am going to finish uploading the one video that I should have uploaded hours ago that I completely forgot that I was supposed to be converting and then uploading, and then I'm gonna upload this. I did do a video on the function that I went to yesterday, but I'm not gonna put that out because I don't feel like it would do any justice for the way it should have been done. I feel like it needs to be put together a little bit better. Y'all know I ain't got no editing skills or whatever, but I still want to be more um what's the word that I'm looking for? I wanted to be more put together. That ain't the word I was looking for, but that's the only thing I could think of at the time. But I want to be more expressive about what I'm saying to y'all. I want to better convey what I'm trying to say to y'all. And I actually want to include like 5 to 10 second clips from each act or whatever so that y'all will see or whatever and hear what I saw and heard because I thoroughly enjoyed myself yesterday. This is something that I have not done in over 10 years. And I used to do religiously every single year. So for this to be my first time after so long, I think I did well. And I mean, I'm older now. I'm much older now. This is the last time I did it, but it was very fun. And the person that essentially got in as well because it was for her birthday. I wanted to get one for her too if she was going to come, if she was going to be able to be off. So I got one for her birthday, a ticket. And so we went and I really thoroughly enjoyed myself. Anyway, let me go ahead and get into this because I need to start winding down for work very soon. So, with this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, not I just want to keep saying Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel like it's supposed to be on. That's why I keep saying it. Love and Marriage DC. My bad. So on this episode, everybody is still on the couples trip. I honestly do not. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. Winter could literally be leaving every day, going to a resort and then coming back because she's there. It's the next morning and she's there and breakfast and stuff is being made and she's there. And I'm like, okay, did she have a room off to herself? Because this is a couples retreat. Why is she still there? The thing is that since everything happened with Kevin and it unfolded in front of them, it actually helped to inadvertently create a better social environment for them. She and Ashley are on okay terms right now. Not sure if that's going to be the thing for, later on. We'll talk about that next week. But yeah, but it seems like because all that stuff was put out into the open, now people are seeing her in a better light. Even though I think that DJ Silva is not on board, and we're going to get into that later on. Well, they're about to do this IV therapy that I don't believe in. I don't think they need to do that. I feel like you would have to be, or you should be in a dire state to where that would be administered. You can simply just drink spring water, make your water alkaline, and just stay hydrated in that way and eat the electric foods that you're supposed to eat. And you won't have to sit up there and pump the poison into you that's making you think, oh, this is so great. In all honesty, it is a form of poison. But who am I? Who am I? And then it's defeating the purpose because y'all still drinking. So it's supposed to be in some kind of way a detox and all this other stuff. Y'all, yet again, who am I? So anyway, Ashley the went and got a bottle and about to have the IV in her arm and still drinking the alcoholic beverages because, like I already said before, I was confused as to why Monique was talking about this is gonna be a detox when y'all finna be drinking and all this other stuff. And yet again, I already said again before somebody try to attack me that there are various forms of detoxing. And I just find it funny that after all the other things that have happened, the detox today is basically the kind of detox that all they would have to do is drink water and stuff like that. And it's hitting on the points that I said before. So it does apply to the type of detox that I'm talking about. But I digress. So anyway, Ashley went to grab her bottles and a game. And basically what you do with this game is that you go around the room, you pick a card, and you read off what your card says. And then y'all have to, I guess, collectively agree to who in the room it best matches. Or whatever. I guess the personality of that person. One of the cards was like, when this person reaches like an older age, who is the most likely to still be out there thotting and bopping like that, like really still really highly sexually active. And I'm like, James, Tyler. Like, I don't know. And then I think Chris was trying to make it seem like it would be him, but I'm like, I wouldn't even think of him at all. Like, even if he likes to get frisky, I feel like Chris is that type of person who he ain't trying to really, like, he might want it a okay amount, but it ain't nowhere near what they are portraying it to be like when it comes to James. So yeah, James was the perfect candidate for them to choose for that. Child. But yeah, the game is going along. And some kind of way, the conversation went into, oh, no. A question that was asked was, who amongst them do y'all think was started having sex when they were like in elementary school? DJ Silva's wife immediately was like, quick. I was like, okay. The conversation with the cheating, she is now under the impression that some cheating that went down that she was not aware of. He bringing up a situation she ain't know nothing about, or she has decided to remove from her mind, because that is a thing as well. I was like, what is going on? And so, like, she was like, no, you didn't. Like, bring up something 20 years ago. From 20 years ago, he said in the confessional, aggressive Ashley has left the building and angry Ashley has entered the chat. At this point, that means that is going beyond whatever Winter thought that she experienced. And it's all that energy is coming, it's gonna fall all on DJ Silva. So she was like, look, I cheated on you, you cheated on me, but what he talking about, she is just like, I ain't got time for this. Just know that I'm gonna get me some get back. She said something about some get back. So he over here to myself, what you mean by some get back? I was like, I know he joking. Everybody know what get back mean. Don't everybody know what get back mean? And I was just like, not actually having to explain what get back mean. Child, we have a rapper / singer from my city, and the name of his song is Petty Get Back, and his name is King South. I knew about King South way before I left home. I knew about him when he first came out. Like, anybody who is like around my age and has listened to music like that, y'all already know one of his first songs was this random song where he was talking about, let me drop them ones on you. Let me drop them ones on you. It's a random song. It was so random. But he has a lot of songs. I actually have quite a few of his songs that I listen to. But this particular song is called Petty Get Back. It says, this is how it go, y'all. I heard it through the grapevine that you've been creeping around on the low. I heard it from your best friend. Oh, yeah. She said she had to let me know you got a new boyfriend. Wait a minute. This song be doing a lot. I be like, wait a minute. Okay, let me get to the song. And y'all been talking on the phone. Baby, what the hell is going on? You've been making plans to do me wrong. I had to get my lick back. Oh, I know it's petty, but I had to get some get back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, he be doing all kinds of random stuff. He's hilarious too, like for no reason. Anyway, I just had to throw that in there because as soon as she said that, I thought of his song, but then I was confused as to why he didn't know what that meant. Or he did know what it meant, but he was like, oh, is this a threat though? You trying to say this is what you gonna do? So anyway, Ashley is mad. Ashley is mad and she's going into the next, activity mad. She's supposed to be like, I guess, the person that is heading up the activity. She over this next thing they gonna do. All the couples are getting dressed up as famous musical people, musical celebrities or whatever. Chris was Biggie. Monique was Lil' Kim. Ashley was Tina. DJ Silva was Ike. And I'm like, woo, the clutching of the pearls that just had to happen, because why would y'all choose that? And in all honesty, it might have been something they had chose way before this even popped off, but I'm just like, the irony of it all. The woman Tasha and her husband, I thought it was cute. I saw her outfit and then I saw his, but when I saw hers initially, I already knew like it was Erykah Badu and Andre 3000, who, you know, I thought they made the cutest couple when they were together. Was that it? Oh, Arena and Jamie. Y'all need to give Arena her fly. Arena be looking good, child. She looked good. She's playing Beyonce and he is playing Jay-Z, obviously. She was looking good. The only thing she was missing was like some 6-inch heels. I was like, not them. They were cute, but I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? Woo. They did that. So anyway, they're getting ready, and while they're getting ready, various couples are talking about them. You know, Ashley and DJ Silva, because Monique wanted to know, like, had he heard anything? Like, dang, this messed up with all they had going on. He was like, well, I mean, I was going in and out the door cooking, so I don't know what was going on. All I overheard was like, I guess like certain little things that Ashley said after the fact, but he didn't know in which context. So, of course, she told him what it was hidden for. Arena and Jamie are talking about the same thing. But while they are talking, you're hearing a banging. And so she was like, are they having sex? She said that they like to have rough sex, but is that what's happening in this moment? And I feel like sex was going on. I could have swore I heard moaning. I don't know if these people putting sound effects in there. I don't know what's going on, but a lot was happening. And I was like, wow. Wow. So anyway, everybody goes to like the movie theater room, and, you know, Chris was dedicated. I don't know what that was about. I actually was shocked because he from Alabama like me, if I'm not mistaken. Our accents, a lot of our accents is kind of like, no matter what we try to do, we gonna sound ignorant. It's not gonna sound nothing at all like the other accent that you trying to sound like. So that's why I try not to even really do nothing different. Like, obviously when you say mother, like, you know that the people from up there be saying mother. So he actually was dedicated to it like the entire time. So they did what they did, and then they went around the room and they basically was like, you know, if you had to marry the person who you're married to right now again, the present them, would you do it? And so, let me see. Chris said that he would, but the way he said it, it turned Monique all the way off, because he was talking about some, given the fact that he had a college sweetheart and all this other stuff. Because it's like, you said all this sweet stuff and then you bring a whole nother heifer into it to kind of make your point. No, just say that I was the one who was your all in all, that is your all in all. I'm the one. Don't bring nobody else into the equation. But she kind of put the nail in his coffin by saying, I'm not sure if I would. I probably wouldn't, because the way that we were doing things before worked well for me. We could have had a spiritual marriage. We wouldn't have had no paperwork. No, we wouldn't have had no papers on each other. We would have had our kids. Life seemed simpler and easier, and we had more fun back then. And my thing is, I get that. But at the same time, for me, even when I was with my ex, my most recent ex, when we talked about marriage, he even said this. In my mind, this is what I'm saying in my mind. When you're with someone and you decide that you want to marry them, I honestly always feel like if you get to a place where you love that person enough, and whatever your reasons are, hopefully they are wholesome reasons as to why you want to marry them. But you know what I'm saying? You get to that point where you say, I want to marry this person. I really want to be with this person for the rest of my life. I feel like what you're doing before y'all get papers on each other, y'all should still be having fun like y'all did. Nothing is changing outside of the fact I got papers on you now. I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to change my name, my last name. But essentially, you know, I get it. I understand there are other little things, like, but I'm just saying overall, it's just that I have papers on you and I should be able to make, you know, certain decisions now easier, a whole lot easier now that we are tied in that way, because it would be too much that, and too many other people who have nothing to do with you that would have to come into the situation if you were unable to be coherent for whatever reason to get certain things out. You know what I'm saying? And like, my ex has had a couple of things that popped off with him. And when he was in the military, he ended up putting me and his mama as the beneficiary just in case he got killed. And I think I was going to get $750,000 or something. It was a lot. And so like, we had moments where, like, when he did that, I never even talked to him about that. He just was like, I went to the office and I did this, and I put you and my mama as beneficiaries if something was to happen to me. And I was like stuff like that really had me believing that he actually liked me or whatever. But then, like, it was just so much other stuff that I'm just like, ain't no way. I mean, I just felt like there were moments where it seemed like he saw the value that I brought. But a lot of the other times, that definitely was an overcast. So anyway, who else? Arena and Jamie, they both said they would marry the present version of themselves if this would have been the first time they were marrying this person and they are exactly who they are right now, what they married, and they both said yes. Arena and Jamie were in the confessional saying that they've come a long way. And despite everything that has been going on and that has been unveiled, because people basically make it seem like they're just putting on, and she ain't happy. When she leave the house, she got to put on a front and she got to go up, do all this crazy stuff instead of just being genuinely happy. You got to doll up every single time you leave the house. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. But if it's as a way to kind of mask what could be going on, and you got to be like, okay, I just had a full-on argument with you, like I always do all day, every day. But you got an event that I got to be on your arm for. Let me, reel it in for this. Like, I don't like fakery. I don't like that people got to fake stuff like that. When it came to DJ Quick and Ashley, he was like, ladies first. Now, keep in mind, she's still mad at him from earlier because of the cheating and stuff. Because she was like, I don't even understand how you saying that you cheated on me. We weren't even officially together. Like, you had a whole heifer living with you. He said it wasn't his girlfriend. And she was like, I didn't have a key to your place. He's talking about they had a baby or something. I don't know. It was a lot going on. And so, like, at this point, she's still mad at him. So he answered first and was like, yes, I would marry her, whatever. And she was like, I mean, I guess I would marry him and all of that. But at the same time, she kind of feels some type of way because every time you look up, she's always seen as everybody to everybody else, something to everybody else, and never her being just Ashley. It was just a lot. It was kind of eye-opening. I was just the most shocked about what Monique said. And Monique is very much so in her feelings about what happened. So the next day or sometime after that, at some point, Chris and Monique are at this horse stable that they go to all the time, where the kids are learning all of the chores and things that you have to do when you're going to be caring for horses. They learned how to horseback ride and all this other stuff. And while the kids are doing what they're doing, they go off and have a conversation. Chris is trying to apologize and try to explain to her that he did not mean what he said to her in a way for her to take it the way that she did. And then he proceeded to pretty much say it over again. And she was like, this is hurt my feelings. This is embarrassing. Like, she started crying at everything. He was like, I don't mean it like that. Like, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh. Part of me understands why she feel that way, but the other part of me is like, girl, no. So anyway, now we are all the way down. We've crossed the finish line because Ashley is now about to unveil her book to her friends and family and all that stuff. And so everybody is coming to it. And Winter actually got an invite. So it was a genuine invite. They're on great terms right now. And so she was invited. I love the cute cut that she has for her hair. It's so cute. That's a cute bob. Arena and them, before they even get to that, Arena and them were awakened out of their sleep in the middle of the night by little Jamie, child, the troublemaker, I guess you can call him. And I'm like, why would you wake him up in the middle of the night to say, oh, I got to be to court in the morning, which means that same day? Like, what? They didn't even know this was going on. Arena in the confessional, like, why would you do this? So I'm pretty sure they didn't really get much sleep after that, if any. So now they got to get up, get him ready. She sat up there and pressed his suit out. Child, I'm like, you are grown. What is going on here? Like, the other child is more self-reliant than you. It don't even make no sense. Anyway, let me stop. That's the problem. A lot of these people are super spoiled, and then the parents want to know where they went wrong. And I'm not trying to blame them. He is old enough to understand right from wrong. They have been trying to teach him right from wrong. but some of that, spoiling done messed them up. Anyway, oh gosh. So he facing some charges. He tried to go to court. They have moved it up from a lower level to the federal level. He got to go and face the circuit courts, and they're gonna have to see whether or not he gonna pull some time. The least amount of time he gonna pull is 5 years, because it's something about some gun charges, drugs, and things. It's a lot going on with that, and I'm like, this don't make no sense. Like, you have had so much stuff afforded to you, and then this what you sit up here and do. And so while they talking to him, they like, well, you've had a steady job and all this other stuff, and your PO or whoever is going to be able to talk you up, your lawyer can talk you up all day and all of that. Hopefully, these things will hold up and make you look like you're doing what you're supposed to do. He's saying that he hasn't done anything in over a year since this situation happened. He has been on the straight and narrow. So hopefully that's true. But if they want to, depending on how it go, it is what it is. His daddy told him something true, which is that it's up to the judge. His parents told him that. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the judge. If the judge don't see it for you, and I don't know if he has some other priors and things that, has crossed the desk for them to look back on in the file, then I don't know. But it is what it is. My sister is on the road to being a successful judge. And so, I can appreciate stuff like that. I like a fair judge. Don't sit up there and be like, I'm going to sentence you because you black and all this other ignorant stuff. Like, I didn't like your hair. I don't like that outfit. Like, don't do that. So anyway, like I was saying before, they ended up having the situation to pop off for Ashley, and everybody is being friendly. Monique is still upset with her husband because of what he said. Ashley is making her rounds, and she's very happy about it. There are people who didn't know what the book was about, and it's some kind of like a self-help book that kind of was like a diary of things that she, wrote down, helping with mental health, depression, and all that stuff, and how she overcame it. Stuff she had been going through for like 5 years or longer. And so it's really cute. Really, it seems really dope. She is beautiful. Her picture is everywhere, literally on everything, the cupcakes included. DJ Quick had a surprise for her, and he told the fellas, and he said he knows that he can trust Chris, but everybody else, he was just like, what? Child, somebody just told me about somebody died. What about it? Talk about somebody at my job died. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Let me regroup. That was so random. But DJ Quick, he told the guys about a surprise he had for Ashley, and that surprise is that he's going to upgrade her ring. There's something that happened with them when they got engaged. He had broke his shoulder, wrist, or something, and he could not propose properly to her. He couldn't get out on one knee. She gets on to him about it all the time. It is somewhat like a running theme, but he is going to do it now the right way. So he done upgraded the ring. He got a big old rock. He got on the one knee. He had Tank to sing and play the piano and all this other stuff or whatever, child. I don't want to get into Tank. Tank be doing a lot. Child, I know about some things behind the scenes. Tank be doing the most. We ain't even gonna get into that. If y'all know, you know. He ain't all what it's cracked up to be. He'll make you think he this, that, and the other, but he a mess. Next week, or whenever it comes back on, is going to be the reunion, y'all. So I'm excited for that. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.